Lake Tanganyika. This magnificent lake has been at the heart of Africa for millions of years. But today, potential discoveries are being made that could enhance the lives of everyone in Burundi. Beneath this great lake could lay a secret that stayed hidden for millennia. Beneath this great lake, there could be oil. Lake Tanganyika is a remarkable lake. Not only is it one of the longest, but it's also one of the deepest and oldest lakes on Earth. Astonishingly, it holds almost 20% of all fresh water in the world, and is an important lifeline for the people of Burundi.
Le lac est très important pour le Burundi parce que d'abord je dois le classer au niveau national. Il est d'abord la source d'eau potable qu'on utilise pour toute la ville de Bujumbura. En plus de ça, il détient des poissons, de plusieurs espèces de poissons qui sont pêchés et consommés par la population burundaise. Non seulement c'est celle de Bujumbura, même à l'intérieur du pays. Et donc, vous comprendrez bien que ça lutte contre la pauvreté et aussi parce qu'il y a du commerce là-dedans, mais également il y a la sécurité alimentaire. Et en plus de ça, le lac Tanganyika également joue le rôle. Le transport qu'on y fait, il connecte le Burundi avec la Tanzanie, donc il y a du transport là-dedans.
Several years ago, fishermen began noticing something strange. When fishing on the lake, they came across what looked like oil floating on the surface. Satellite images would later reveal large oil slicks appearing. Scientists concluded that natural oil might be seeping from the lake bed almost 1 mile down. The Burundian government, knowing that finding oil could bring wealth and prosperity to Burundi, wanted to see if there are potential oil reservoirs underneath Lake Tanganyika. So they divided the Burundian part of the lake into large areas called blocks, which could be licensed to oil exploration companies. The task then was to find a company that could partner with the government to search for these oil reservoirs. But this company would need to work hand in hand with Burundians and respect and protect the lake's delicate ecology. The president decided to bring in a British company known for their previous exploration work in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Their name? Shorestream Petroleum. Shorestream Petroleum is an oil and gas exploration and production company who specialize in helping African governments develop natural resources. They have worked closely with the DRC and their government to set up oil exploration initiatives. It's this vision that Shorestream's chairman, former Prime Minister of Senegal, Moustapha Niasse, has for Burundi.
Je crois qu'on peut dire que le Burundi est dans un élan de grande expansion économique et sociale. Ce pays a connu des difficultés pendant des années. Il est en train de retrouver, grâce aux autorités qui le dirigent actuellement, une stabilité politique et institutionnelle qui est très prometteuse et qui s'ouvre sur de grandes perspectives. Et c'est dans ce cadre-là que la société Shorestream Petroleum est venue, il y a quelques années, signer des contrats et des accords avec le gouvernement du Burundi. Et il faut souligner que le président Pierre Nkurunziza joue un rôle extrêmement important dans ces changements qui se déroulent au Burundi, dans le cadre de la paix sociale, de la stabilité politique et surtout des perspectives de développement économique et social, qui d'ailleurs dépassent le Burundi et concernent finalement toute la sous-région de l'Afrique de l'Est.
Le Burundi pour nous est un pays très important et nous fondons sur ce pays de grands espoirs. En effet, depuis les découvertes pétrolières il y a quelques années en Ouganda, l'ensemble de la région des Grands Lacs est désormais regardée comme étant particulièrement attractive pour les compagnies pétrolières.
Today, Shorestream has offices in Bujumbura and already employs Burundian people. But there are key questions that must be asked. how will Shore Stream discover potential resources, and how will the lake be protected? It's no exaggeration to say that Lake Tanganyika is the lifeblood of Burundi. Fishing is one of Burundi's biggest industries, so how can we be sure that the search for oil won't disrupt this important industry? President Nkurunziza has a deep understanding of the Burundian ecology and people, and has identified the importance of protecting the environment during the exploration process.
Nous savons que pour tout propriétaire de permis de recherche, surtout pour le pétrole dans le lac Tanganyika, la première chose qu'il doit démontrer, ce sont des études environnementales qui montrent effectivement que le lac Tanganyika et même les environs seront protégés. L'étude alors a été faite, nous avons suivi, de même avec le ministre aussi de l'Environnement, et nos techniciens ont tout vérifié, et on est sûr qu'au niveau de l'environnement, des précautions sûrement vont être prises pour pouvoir avancer les travaux sans aucun effet environnemental.
Before Shore Stream Petroleum began their search for oil, they commissioned an Environmental and Social Impact Assessment, or ESIA. This assessment was produced using independent specialists and looks in detail at the impact the exploration could have on the lake and those living around it. Environmental experts were brought in to take water samples from the lake for testing. Surveys were also undertaken in the villages surrounding Lake Tanganyika to learn detailed facts about the fishing industry.
Uyo mugambi abarovyi twarawushimye kuko ni umugambi woza uteza imbere igihugu, natwe nk'abarongoye urunani rw'abarovyi nibaza yuko twukenguruka. Hanyuma murazi imigambi yose izana n'integuro, muri iyo nteguro rero abarovyi twobwirwa neza uko bigiye kugenda, hanyuma natwe tukavyitegurira. Ubundi hoho atari umugambi ubuze igikorwa c'uburovyi twokorana neza, nibaza ko atangorane zohaba. Abarovyi vraiment umugambi twukiwumvise, ntabwo twarishimye turishimiriza, twace tubona yuko ikiyaga Tanganyika bwa bundi dufise itunga atari imboga gusa twokura, yurumva ko habonetseyo n'ibindi nk'icyo gitoro natwe dusanzwe tugikoresha. Nibaza ko natwe tugiye kwatura koyoko kuko tumaze kuronka ahantu bakura igitoro akaba ari mu kiyaga Tanganyika, natwe akaba ariho tukura izo fi. Nibaza ko kizogabanuka natwe tukaronka koyoko.
Je suis satisfait parce que j'ai été au quotidien dans les travaux de préparation et même les études préliminaires. Donc ce sont des collaborateurs, ils ont toujours été à notre côté et ils ont suivi les recommandations que nous avons données. Donc je pense qu'on pourra continuer à collaborer dans les jours à venir. Merci.
Shore Stream Petroleum also consulted with the Ministry of the Environment and the Lake Tanganyika Authority, or LTA.
The LTA is an intergovernmental organization created by the 4 governments. The government of the Republic of Burundi, the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the United Republic of Tanzania, and the Republic of Zambia. The role of the LTA is simply to represent the interests of these 4 governments in protecting the Lake Tanganyika and its basin. That is primarily our role as a LTA.
In October 2010, Shore Stream presented the findings of the assessment to government ministers, local leaders and members of the LTA. It was found that with the appropriate measures in place at every stage, the risk to the environment and those working on and living off the lake would be minimal. In fact, significant benefits could be achieved. A number of recommendations were made, and these will begin with the first stage of physical exploration, the seismic survey. Soon, Shore Stream Petroleum will begin the process of mapping the rock below the lake bed using a method called a seismic reflection survey. The purpose of this survey is to gain a greater understanding of the geology far down into the Earth's crust, with a hope of identifying where potential oil reservoirs might be located. A specially refitted vessel called the Tanganyika Explorer will be used to survey the lake. This will tow a long cable known as a streamer. This streamer is around 3 kilometers long, and fixed along its length are a number of sensors. Back on the vessel, air guns fire compressed air down into the lake at regular intervals. Energy waves radiate from this compressed air through the water and into the rock beneath. These energy waves are reflected back up from the various types of rock and are recorded through the sensors on the streamer. The data is then processed to give a detailed view of the lake bed. This routine is methodically repeated in straight lines until the entire block has been surveyed. 30 years ago, geoscientists used these methods to produce less detailed maps of the lake bed. So, Shorestream Petroleum has reprocessed these surveys as a starting point for the new exploration. Measures will be taken to ensure these surveys have minimal impact on those who fish on the lake and live nearby. For example, the surveys will only be undertaken during the day and will not disrupt night fishing. The air guns producing the energy waves will begin their cycle using a soft start system. By gradually building up the energy waves, any fish nearby can safely swim away, therefore causing no harm to marine wildlife. Shorestream will liaise with local villages through a dedicated liaison officer and will regularly meet with the president of the Fishing Association as well as local representatives, so any questions about the surveys can be quickly answered. A small, state-of-the-art boat, known as the chase boat, will also be used to ensure everybody on the lake knows that the vessel and streamer are nearby. The seismic survey forms the first of many stages in the search for natural resources in Burundi. Following on from the seismic survey, there will be a period of extensive consultation, followed by a second independent environmental impact assessment to assess the potential impact of the exploratory oil well. If Shorestream does find oil, the next stage will be to develop further new technologies to allow the oil to be extracted in a safe and responsible way. President Nkurunziza has a vision for Burundi. This vision includes creating more opportunities for all of us, and Shorestream Petroleum have already helped begin this process. As well as helping fund schools and medical centers, Shorestream are also helping other various community projects. And Shorestream, with assistance from the Fishermen's Association, has identified that by setting up an initiative to help locals build fish drying racks, fishermen will be able to reduce wasted stocks due to contamination. Today is a special moment in Burundi's long history. President Nkurunziza is overseeing a social evolution which over time could bring huge benefits to every single one of us. By carefully and safely harnessing our precious natural resources, Lake Tanganyika will continue to look after us long into the future.
Nibaza ko notera kamo abarovyi hirya no hino nkababwira yuko bokorana neza n'aba bajejwe kwimba ico gitoro mu mazi hirya no hino, hanyuma bakaborohereza ndetse bakanabafasha mu byo bashoboye, kuko abarovyi rusanzwe tunagamburuka. Gutyo rero no basaba ko hirya no hino aho mwoba mushatse gukorera boborohereza ndetse bakanabafasha mu byo baba bashoboye. No bashimira ukuntu mwiyumviriye kuza kuvugana n'abarovyi imbere yuko uwo mugambi ushirwa mu ngiro.
Dans le lac Tanganyika, nous espérons effectivement que il y a du pétrole. Alors, au niveau du peuple burundais, il n'y a rien à démontrer. qu'il y aura sûrement beaucoup d'avantages pour le peuple burundais. Vous connaissez la situation de notre pays. C'est une situation où, évidemment, nous avons besoin de la production locale pour pouvoir développer notre pays. Parce que les recettes actuellement que nous utilisons pour financer beaucoup d'activités, ça vient des taxes uniquement, mais des taxes agricoles essentiellement. Alors que si nous avons du pétrole, tout le monde connaît le coût du produit, il y aura de toutes les manières une grande évolution au niveau de la situation financière au niveau de notre pays. Le message que je voudrais donner au peuple burundais, c'est d'abord de se préparer de façon à pouvoir bien accueillir ce projet, de façon aussi à faciliter le bon déroulement de ce projet, parce que c'est un projet qui va amener beaucoup d'avantages dans notre pays et surtout pour la population de notre pays. Ici, spécialement, je lance un appel à la population qui se trouve le long du lac Tanganyika et pour pouvoir faciliter le déroulement des activités pour la réussite de ce projet.
Il est aujourd'hui établi et reconnu que dans cette zone du lac Tanganyika, il y a des possibilités de développement qui se fondent sur les potentiels, surtout en matière de pétrole, de ressources pétrolières. Et le Burundi est très bien placé dans ce cadre-là. Et pour trouver là une origine solide et durable pour son développement en matière énergétique. Et surtout que le pétrole, lorsqu'il commencera à être exploité, va produire des recettes d'exportation d'un niveau très important pour le Burundi.